My husband Jacques and I are among the usual suspects. Those of you who read the blog will understand. The others are Joyce and Ronnie Shaw, Pat and David Samweber, and Jan and John Townsend. In various ways, our paths have crossed in our adult lives with Jean and Yoram, and we consider ourselves fortunate to have shared those years. I say Yoram and Jean because they were inseparable. Yoram, with all of his professional accomplishments, kept a remarkable balance between family and work, between fun and, well, actually, it was fun. All of it was fun to him. He often said, as I think somebody else said earlier, that he wouldn't retire because he was having too much fun. Jacques and I shared a lot of family activities that were fun with Yoram and Jean. We vividly remember our first meeting around 1979, 1980, when a mutual acquaintance found out that we both liked to play bridge, that we all did. So I telephoned Jean. It was kind of like a blind date. And you invited us over with the children, and the kids who were about the same age clicked, played, and then we played. We played bridge. And that was the start of many, many wonderful, wonderful evenings. Other activities come to mind. A trip to Disney World, where we stopped at a Days Inn in South Carolina along the way and shared a Seder. We broke matzah. There was another trip that you didn't go on, Jean, but Yoram and I took the kids to ski in Northern Virginia. I think Elise and Daffy were about 10 or 11, and I don't know about Daffy, but Elise learned how to ski that day. There was another trip, a ski trip to Loon Mountain in New Hampshire, and Nadav, you were the travel agent. I think you were 13 around there, and you found out about the ski resort and the housing, and you made all the arrangements for us. And then there were other trips. More recently, I'd say, I think it was around 2000, you were in Hawaii because Yoram had to speak, and we had a trip at the same time. We hiked Diamond Head together, and then we went on a rainforest hike, and it was really slippery. And then finally, the year before last, we were in Paris at the same time. You were there for 2 months, we were there for a week, but you had plenty of time to scout out all the restaurants. And Yoram, as generous as he always was, made our arrival there very, very easy. You had gotten the key for the apartment, and he showed up early in the morning so that we didn't have to go pick up the key. And he was there on his bicycle. And I see him around the corner from Notre Dame meeting us. In between, through all the years, our group of usual suspects evolved with Ronnie and Joyce when the children were small, and then later, through work, you met the Townsends and the Samwebers, and we've shared innumerable dinners, movies, bridge games, lots of conversations, walks at Brookside Gardens, and supporting each other through everything. And the dancing. You remember the year we took dancing lessons, and we stayed enrolled in the beginner class at 7 o'clock on Thursday evenings, because we then went out to eat afterwards. So we never progressed beyond the beginner stage. You know, people talked about problem solving, and of course Yoram helped us all with problem solving. He would help us reason things through and always talked about the probabilities affecting things one way or another. Yoram was an excellent bridge player, although Jacques recalls that if he had more than one glass of wine, sometimes he'd throw the wrong card. That balance again, I really can't recall any time Yoram ever declined social activity because of work. He really seemed to effortlessly use his time so efficiently that he wasn't under pressure from work demands. Plans were sometimes made long-term, usually because you would look at the calendar and figure out when you were going to not be traveling. But often they were impromptu. And I think we all feel that we've become a family. We all miss Yoram's smile, his sense of humor, his energy, his caring, and his gentleness. And next person is Karen Kuhn. Thank you.